Order of the day, honorable colleagues, commencement of debate on the general principle of bill for an act to amend the Coastal and Inland Shipping Cabotage Act number 5 of 2003 to restrict the use of foreign vessels in domestic coastal trade, promote development of indigenous tonnage, and establish cabotage vessel financing fund for other related matters. Honorable members will recall that the bill was read the first time on Wednesday, 4th May 2006. I now invite Honorable Hassan Saleh to move that the bill be now read the second time.
Ador of Badibu, of Poku Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Benue State. Mr. Speaker, I rise to move that a bill for an act to amend the Coastal and Inland Shipping Cabotage Act number 5 of 2003 to restrict the use of foreign vessels in domestic coastal trade, promote the development of indigenous tonnage, and establish a cabotage vessel financing fund and other related matters be read for the second time. Mr. Speaker, I so move.
Any seconder?
Institute of Federal Content. Mr. Speaker, I've risen to second the motion that the bill for an act to amend the Coastal Inland Shipping Cabotage Act number 5 of 2003 to restrict the use of foreign vessels in domestic coastal trade, promote the development of indigenous tonnage, and establish a cabotage vessel financing fund, and for other related matters. Be now read the second time. Thank you.
Honorable Hassan, please.
Again is Hassan Saleh from Benue. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, this bill seeks to attain or to achieve several things. First and foremost, I would like to recognize the efforts of the former Speaker or former Deputy Speaker of the 7th Assembly, the Right Honorable Emeka Ihedioha, as well as the current Governor of Enugu State, who was then the Chairman of House Committee on Marine Transport, the Right Honorable Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, for making effort to ensure that this bill, which has been so resurrected.
Order. Honorable colleagues, order.
Mr. Speaker, with your kind permission, I would like to give this House the background of this bill. Cabotage now is a law that restricts the coastal and inland water trade in a country to vessels flying its national flag. Basically, a protective law that safeguards the interests of local shipping in the carriage of locally generated cargo. It will also help to develop domestic maritime fleets, create employment opportunities for trained but unemployed seafarers, boost maritime fleets, boost training requirements at the Maritime Academy of Nigeria, lead to optimal exploration of the currently underutilized facilities at Niger Dock, and encourage the development of required infrastructure and technical know-how in the inland waterway transport and haulage system. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, the government consensus of the need to develop the local shipping industry attempted different policies and projects at the different stages of our maritime development to encourage indigenous vessel acquisition, ensure the participation of Nigerians in the maritime industry, or the restrict foreign domination, and develop indigenous shipping industry. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, among the efforts in this regard is the acquisition of 24 vessels by the now defunct National Shipping Line in the 70s, and the establishment of the Ship Acquisition and Shipbuilding Fund by Decree 10 of 1987. later subsumed under National Shipping Policy Act of 1987. However, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, the advent of democracy in 1999, stakeholders and professionals in the shipping industry made a clarion call for the restructuring of the maritime industry as it affects domestic trade for the benefit of the citizenry and the economic well-being of Nigerians. Hence, the reform proposal is the enactment of the Coastal and Inland Shipping and the Cabotage Act in 2003 to be enforced by the National Maritime Authority, now Nigeria Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, NIMASA. On this premise, Nigeria became the first country in West Africa and Central Africa sub-region to enact cabotage law, which was signed into law on the 30th day of April 2003. Mr. Speaker, this eventually catapulted Nigeria into limelight as the 41st country in the world to operate the cabotage law. It is important to note that major maritime nations have a long history of devising laws and regulations to promote and to protect their domestic water transportation. For most developed countries, 90% of their national resources vis-à-vis transportation, trade, economy, national security are dependent on this sector. Mr. Speaker, this bill seeks to amend certain areas that, by the grace or by the help of this hallowed chamber, this part will leapfrog the maritime trade into the next level. Mr. Speaker, in the last assembly, we invited a stakeholder, a major stakeholder in the industry, by the name of Olisal Bakoba, to come here to make a presentation to us. And he was very apt in telling us that it is important that the cabotage law be passed and enforced, that Nigeria stands to generate over 7 trillion naira annually from the execution of that law, because it will enhance the local trade or the local participation of Nigerians in this business. Your Excellency, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, the amendments proposed in these bills are numerous, but I believe that there is no point cataloging the nitty-gritty of this bill. But the essential thing is for us to look at the import of the bill. That what does this bill seek to achieve? This bill is seeking to encourage local participation of Nigerians in this trade. A situation whereby the minister is given all the powers to give waivers as to who should operate a vessel. Mr. Speaker, that power has run counterproductive to the extent that recently there was a caption in the Nigerian dailies where they say that the act runs contrary, that there are several foreign-owned vessels providing shipping services locally. According to the industry sources, there are over 100 vessels owned by foreigners, but trading in Nigeria under questionable circumstances. Out of these 100 vessels, there is no Nigerian company that has a vessel participating in this trade. But furthermore, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, other areas that this bill is calling for your attention is that issues like the cabotage vessel fund and the host of others are there for us to look at, to enable us move our country forward in this area. So I want to stop by appreciating you and asking and soliciting that you please pass this bill for it to be read the second time so that at the committee level, the stakeholders can come and dot the T's and cross the I's to enable the country move forward in this sector. I so submit, Mr. Speaker.
Minority Leader.